Hello everyone. In this clip today, I'll discuss the two creative forms of writing, story and poems. So basically what is the difference between the two, how they have their own impact, that is what this video is all about. So basically when a learner wants to excel in English, he or she must be good at these two forms of writing. Story is full of emotions, it has a theme and it is usually longer than a poem. Similarly, a poem is also filled with varied emotions. It also has a theme and manages to create its own importance. And that's the reason why stories and poems are extremely vital to enhance one's creativity in a language, be it English, Hindi, or any other language. So, what is the difference between the two? Stories are longer, poems are shorter. Stories are usually written in the form of paragraphs, whereas poems take stanzas. The other difference is the one who writes or composes a story is called a writer or an author. On the other hand, a poem is written by a poet or a poetess. So if a male is writing, it's the poet. If a female is writing it, it's poetess. There is also difference in style and format. The style in case of composing a poem is different from what you do in a story. Poems are usually in the form of rhyming scheme so that it attracts the viewer, it attracts the reader and manages to leave a lasting impression. Poetic devices are included, rhyming schemes, similes, metaphors are common parts of a poem. On the other hand, while you write a story, you can manage to feel the different emotions that are there in that particular concept of story in the form of varied paragraphs. It consists of several characters and they have their own thought processes and conversation style. Usually dialogue conversations are major part of a story, whereas in a poem dialogue conversation might be there but they are less as compared to what you have in a story. All right, then, how does it manage to leave an impact? See, it all depends on the vision and mind of the writer or the poet or poetess. As I said, it can be of different emotions. So it could be a happy vibe kind of story or a very joyful poem. Similarly, it could be a melancholic phase of a story or a very, sorrowful poet. So it all depends on how and what the poet or the writer wants to convey. So dear students, in order to enhance your writing ability, in order to sharpen your creativity, make sure you write poems and you write stories. And also be a good reader of different stories and different poems composed by several established writers and poets and poetess. That's it for today. I'll catch you with a different video in the next one. Take care. Bye bye. Cheers.